Okay, so you got some old matic tapes, 3/4 inch, whatever you want to call them. They're old, right? This, for example, is a tape. It goes back to 1980. I'm telling you, it's an hour-long tape, so there's a lot of weight on that tape. A lot of weight on the tape deck. I'm transferring old matic tapes, digitizing them, and sometimes this old machine can't handle this old tape, the weight. Doesn't want to rewind. I could go in there and fix it or tweak it. I've worked on those decks for many, many moons. It's been a while. But what I chose to do, instead of tweaking that deck, because right now it's playing just fine, occasionally it won't rewind the tape, and I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to lube something or tighten something or remove something and then put it back together and it doesn't work. So I decided just to take a spindle out of an extra tape deck I use for spare parts. This is any of the 5,000, 7,000, or 9,000 Sony series decks, or actually any 3/4 inch deck will have this kind of a spindle. And you can put it right in there, and you just turn it by hand. If your tape deck doesn't want to rewind the tape, simply just make sure you're going in the same direction as the arrows. Follow the arrows. If you don't go in the same direction, you go the opposite direction, you can screw the tape up. That ain't good. We're trying to preserve these things, right? I've held onto this tape for a long time. I don't want to break it now. But I can do it even faster. Because I'm getting kind of old and cantankerous myself, and I don't want to waste time. So I took the spindle, slipped it into my drill. It wouldn't tighten with the drill, so I taped it to the drill. It wouldn't tighten around the chuck of the drill, so I taped it. Alright, you taped it and you put it in there, whether you rewind or fast forward, you just put it in there and do whatever you need to do. Just make sure that like I say, you're going in the right direction with the arrows and go to town. I wouldn't go too fast though. If you go too fast, you're liable to screw up the tape, wear it out even faster. Plus, if you're going really, really fast and then you stop all of a sudden, this side here will go, it'll just keep spinning on its own. It doesn't have a stop or a break. So we go nice and slow, take our time. Please be kind, always rewind, and stop before you get to the end. You don't want to break the tape when you get to the end. You don't want to keep going with the drill. Slow down before you get to the end. Monitor it. Look in the little window. And before you get to the end, stop and rewind it by hand. There you go.